Man, it's a great feeling. Literally just walking up the tunnel just now and seeing that they're painting the letters out there in the end zone, man, it's a great feeling. Excited that fall camp is finally, ending and you're getting ready to go out there and compete.
So are you guys done with camp and now it's game week, or do you still have a little more camp stuff to do?
Yeah, I believe we just got done with camp. Now we're getting in the game prep, getting ready to go out there, playing, get ready for Northwestern State and get ready to do big things.
How do you feel physically?
This feel great. I just, all I can do is smile right now. Our bodies are in great shape. Our bodies are the best shape we've been in, by far. So we're ready to go out there and compete and get it done.
So you don't feel like you were abused or anything?
Oh, no, not at all. I feel great. I feel like I've been, resting, honestly. But at the same time, I've been out there working. Us as a team, we're ready to go out there and win.
You've played in some big games here. Does this one have a different buzz? Does this maybe the most anticipated game you've played since you've been here?
Yeah, I look at all the games the same, but from the outside looking in, it'll be a big game. It's the start of the new Jimbo era, and it's the first game. Under the lights Thursday night. So I'm excited about it. Everybody inside the locker room, we're ready to go out there and compete.
I know we've talked about this a lot in the offseason, but if you talk about just personally, elaborate on what you're saying. That's excitement about it, because again, you're coming into a season in an offense that's going to feature you more than it has in the past.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. Being able to be that guy in the offense is kind of honestly centered around you. But at the same time, what I do dictates, what the guys around me do. Offensive line have had a great offseason, a great summer. Our receivers been doing a great job. Our quarterbacks are ready to go out there and compete. So it's just a great feeling knowing that the guys around me are in great positions so that I can go out there and, do great things. It's just ultimately what we can do as a team.
Do you think some of the guys look at this game, this opener, as kind of a glorified practice before Clemson?
No, it's honestly a competition. We're going to treat them just like we're treating Clemson. And I tell the guys every day that I don't want to hear anybody talk about Clemson, because Northwestern State is who we play. That's who we have to go against. And it's faceless, nameless opponents. So no matter who's lined up in front of us, whoever's coming in the Kyle Field, we've got to beat them and protect our turf.
Any concern with the fact that there's a scheme change, that, you guys are ready for this, or that, there may be some things that you maybe not have polished as well as you wanted to?
Oh, we're ready. Trust me. If you know Coach Fisher, man, he's going to get us ready. And, all those long summer practices and spring deals, I'm ready to go out there and compete. Ready to go out there and do the right things and get ready to go out there and get it done.
How odd is it going to be if there's a fullback lined up back there? Are you going to say, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've been saying, what are you doing for the whole spring, whole off season. But now, I got used to it, and now I just feel like home. Having a guy like Cullen Gillespie in front of me, being able to block and open things up, I'm excited about it. Ready to go out there and display it in Kyle Field.
When you were running in high school, did you have a fullback?
Nah, that's the thing. Last time I had a fullback was in Little League. So I can't compare Little League to now the SEC West. So, now doing that, but in high school I was a spread guy, middle school spread. But now being able to go back to pro style from Little League, it's an exciting feeling.
You see that fullback being able to take a blocker out of the way and give you a little bit more room to get at full speed and get around some folks?
Oh, yeah. That fullback is the guy that's going to insert through the hole before you. And you got a guy like Cullen, and, he's excited about contact. He's looking forward. He's excited to go out there and take an edge off that guy and block that guy. So, I'm excited to run behind him. I trust him, and I'm going to run right behind him. He's going to block the guy and get me on the safety, make him miss, and go score.
Okay, now when he gets the ball, you're going to do a block. You're blocking for him too, right?
Yeah. Hey, it can be interchangeable. He blocks for me, and at the same time, I can block for him. We work off each other, and we're both going to do great things for this team.
When you have a new staff that comes in and things seem to have toughened up a little bit, is this a situation where some guys buy in, some guys don't?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the same time, everybody takes it on differently. Some guys are, more willing to take on the role early, and some guys are, more willing to, be weary about the situation. But at the same time, it's just how you grasp it. As a leader, that's my job, and as a leader, as Cullen, as a leader, all the guys on the team, we have to help guys, come along, because some guys are younger, some guys aren't as mature. But then you just got to grab the leader, because once everybody come together and once everybody buy in, great things will happen for your program.
What was your reaction to Santino's comments?
I have no point to comment on that. I'm just trying to get ready for the season.
Trayveon, how do you feel about the culture of this program? Have you felt comfortable with how this program has been run since Coach Fisher's been here?
Most definitely. This team has been the tightest it's ever been. We've grown together so much as brothers. We've grown together and did all the little things. We've had our hard practices and everything. When you go through a lot with with your brothers, you find out who you can really trust and who you can really lean on. And I feel like us as a team right now is the tightest we've ever been, by far.
What kind of effect does that have when stuff like that comes out this week on the season opener a week away?
It's detrimental. When things happen like that. But at the same time, you can't lose focus of what you're trying to achieve. You know, we have a game in 7 days, and whatever's going around outside, you know, we can't control it. We just got to focus on what we came here to do.
Are you excited that this game is on Thursday and you guys don't have to wait until Saturday, as highly anticipated as this is? It's a couple days sooner than what would normally happen.
Yeah, of course. You know, as early as you can play, early as you can get back in the competition, you know, early as you can go and hit somebody else, you know, it's a great feeling. So, you know, being able to play on Thursday, you know, before everybody else and, you know, just primetime game, you know, on a Thursday night, it'll be a great feeling. You know, that'll be new for Kyle Field, you know, playing on a Thursday night, man, just exciting feeling. You're ready to go out there and compete.
Last year you let a team in the same conference, Nichols, hang around when they came to Kyle Field. How do you not let that happen against Northwestern State?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, whatever the situation is, you know, we're going to go out there and compete. You know, we had a great offseason, you know, great spring, and everybody's bought into, you know, the offensive scheme and defensive scheme. So us as a team is probably in the best state we've ever been in. So we're going to go out there and compete and win.
Can you compare this fall camp to your previous fall camps? Was it tougher?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, this fall camp was more intense. You know, it was a lot more attention to detail. You know, we had to focus on the little things. You know, everybody knows about the music aspect. You know, not having music, and it's just the little things. You know, nothing really changed. Football is football. But at the end of the day, just focus on attention to detail and what you have to do, you know, on the field. So it's just, it made a big difference from last year, honestly.
Do you feel like the staff was maybe perhaps a little more hands-on than once previously? I mean, how would you compare the two in the offseason towards how much they worked with y'all and compared to the one that was here before?
It was no difference because, you know, you have regulation throughout the offseason. So it was really, you know, offseason is just players-led. You know, players-led, it's on the players. You know, we just really get to be with our strength staff. We don't really see our coaches other than, you know, when we're in spring practices. But, you know, just leaning on each other, you know, getting right. And that's when your leaders really come out. You know, as leaders, you have to, you know, run the team. You have to do the little things to get right and be able to get ready for the season. So we've gone together and did what we have to do to get ready for the season.
Were there ever any moments where you felt like they crossed the line or that something wasn't right?
No, without a doubt, not at all. You know, this is a coaching staff that focuses on all the little things. They're not going to do anything that's out of regulation, that's not, you know, permitted. You know, this is a great guy. They understand what's going on, so they wouldn't do anything that's not allowed.
Are you happy with where the offense looks, how it's looking here week out from game time?
Oh, yeah. Coming from the spring, you know, when we first, you know, got in the routine with the offense, you know, it was a lot of wrinkles. You know, it was you know, when you're learning coming from a spread to a pro style, you know, of course, there's going to be a lot of things that you aren't aware of. It's a lot of things that you got to grow accustomed to. But, you know, we've taken on the role. We've done everything that we had to do. We've gotten our books, and we've studied. It's just a repetition deal. When you're able to go out there and do it day by day, you kind of learn the little things. You learn what you have to do. So we're excited.
Are y'all still putting stuff in, or are you pretty much, I mean, is the playbook set?
Yeah, the playbook, pretty much at this point, the playbook's set. You know, we just got to, you know, just master it. Because you can know everything, but the thing is, if you can execute, execution is key. If you can go out there and execute, then, you know, you've mastered it.
Trayveon, there's been a lot of talk about how much goes into this offense, how much quarterbacks have to digest. How much more is there on your plate from a mental standpoint? How much more do you have to digest in this offense?
It's a big difference, you know, coming from the spread to the pro style. You know, pro style is more dynamic, you know, more complex. It's a lot more strategic. So you have to know your thing. It's not just, you don't have to know your assignment, but you have to know what the guys around you are doing, because what they're doing dictates what you do. So it can change your assignment. But mentally, it doesn't really change at all. You know, it's still football. It's still, you have to prepare yourself and do the little things as if it's any other offense.
Has there been any carryover in certain schemes or packages that maybe you guys have done in the past that you still do now? Yeah.
Just with the pro style, when people think of the pro style, it's not just under the center. You know, we still have gun formations, we have offset, you know, a spread, you know, all these different things. It's formation when the running back not even on the field. It's just 5 wide out receiver. So it's not too much different. You know, it's just different packages and different things that have changed the aspect of the game.
You guys have had a couple of scrimmages now. What have you seen from some of those younger running backs that'll be behind you?
Oh, yeah. No, younger guys, man, those are guys that came here ready to play. You know, all those guys, you know, ready to come out here, they all came to compete, man. We got a good group of guys that's in rotation right now, so you guys will see, you know, who will be in rotation.
What have you seen out of Jay-Sean Corbin particularly?
Oh, yeah. Jay-Sean, man, he's a guy that he gained my respect early. You know, from the first scrimmage, he went out there and, you know, had a lot of explosive plays. And, you know, he really ran the ball, you know, for a guy his size, man. So I'm excited to have him back there with me. Excited to do big things alongside of him.
What's it been like not being able to, you know, quarterback's your leader, you know, so-called voice of the – has it been tough not being able to get behind one guy with Nick and Kellen both not knowing who's going to start? Has that been tough on you guys not being able to rally behind just one quarterback in fall camp?
Not really. You know, people, you would think that, you know, it would be a hard decision. At this point, you know, as a team, you would want to know who your starting guy is. But when you have two guys like Kellen and Nick, you know, those are two guys that come to work every day and give their all. So it's at the end of the day where you got a trust factor. You understand that both of those guys are going to give you everything that they have. So no matter who that guy is leading us, you know, you feel comfortable with it and you're ready to go out there and compete with him.
Do y'all know?
No, we don't know yet. You know, it's 7 days out. I'm still I'm knocking on Coach Fisher's door. Who is it, Coach? But you know, whoever Coach picks, you know, it'll be the great guy to go out there and compete. You know, either one of those guys. You know, I respect and love both of those guys equally.
What do you expect from your running game? What do you expect from your running game
Oh,
early on?
explosive
You
plays.
hit it right away?
Oh, yeah, explosive plays, man. I got to give kudos to my offensive line. Like I said, they've had a great fall camp, and those guys are strong as they've been in a while. And, you know, just the little things. You got to learn the scheme and learn the things. And Coach Turner getting those guys ready every single day. So I'm excited to run behind them and color and ready to do big things in the running game.
You see that quarterback battle as something that could go into September, you know, and so like well past the first game, in other words, an ongoing battle?
You know, I don't really think so. You know, Coach Fisher, you know, he has a plan. He's been in this game for a while. You know, Coach Fisher, I'm sure Coach Fisher been in way stronger situations than this is right now. So he has a philosophy. He knows what to do in this situation. So I kind of feel like it'll be a predetermined thing. So I feel like it'll be set in place, you know, before we go out there and compete. But hey, at the same time, this is a game of a change. You know, things can change, and who knows what happens. So we just got to react.
What's your mindset being the feature back of this offense? How do you approach this season? Is it any different?
No, not at all. Not any different. But at the same time, it is a lot more attention to detail because you are that guy. You are the feature back in this offense. So you can't go out there and leave anything on the field. I mean, you can't leave anything off of it because you got to go out there and compete every single play, every single down, and you got to do everything for your team. So I'm excited to be that guy in this offense.
Are we going to see a lot of those freshman running backs get some carries here at the beginning of the year and as the year goes on?
Hey, I wouldn't doubt it, man. It's the SEC West, so, you know, you got to have a lot of guys in rotation. So depending on how Coach Graham, you do the rotation, Coach Fisher, and I'm excited to be able, whoever it is back there with me.
Do you know the workload you can handle, Trayveon? I mean, can you carry it 25?
Oh, yeah, without doubt.
Yeah,
without doubt, man.
That?
You got to get in the weight room, you know, and I felt in the offseason I got in the weight room and did the little things. You know, I gained 12 pounds, you know, built that arm around you. So, you know, being able to build that arm around you, run between the tackles, that's a little thing. So, you know, speed didn't go anywhere, and just being able to go out there and compete and, you know, run, you know, throughout the game just lasted.
Last year around this time, you had to deal with Hurricane Harvey. How have you grown since then, and where's your mindset since then, I guess? Or do you think back to that moment?
Yeah, of course. You know, I wouldn't not think about it because it was detrimental to my family. But I definitely feel like it made my family and this community and my community back home stronger. You know, just being able to deal with adversity and being able to overcome it. So I definitely feel like, you know, it made us stronger and we grew together as a family.
Is there something, I guess, in your life right now that you're using, like you said, you have to learn how to face adversity. Is there something in your life right now that you're using that time frame to help you with right now?
You know, just being able to, you know, deal with your personal life and, you know, your life of football. You know, that's just a good thing that you have to, you know, be able to balance. And I definitely feel like, you know, right now, that's what I'm going through, trying to, you know, battle out my personal life and football, but just focusing on football, what you came here to do. You know, my teammates deserve everything from me, and as a leader on this team, you know, they deserve everything from me as a leader. So I'm doing everything I can to be the best that I can be for them.
Thank you.